Oh, sorry. Just having some alone time with my rig. Anyway, shall we do that again? Shall we no, anyway, welcome back to another gripping installment of how little somebody can do to a truck in 2 weeks. Part 3, I think it is. So, well, actually quite a lot's happened. And as you can see, I now have a mounted Unimog shell. Right, so just for a quick recap, those of you tuning into the first for the first time, there are 2 more, I think 3 possibly, videos before this. So, but it's a hard body Unimog. It's the ambulance version. You can buy different versions of this. This Unimog, double cabs, fire engines, pickups, all sorts. It's sitting on a TRX Sport chassis. I've replaced the wheels and tyres, as you can see. I've also replaced the shocks. It's running G-made 103mm shocks instead of the Traxxas 90mm, which are on the Axial 10.2, by the way. But mounting it has been a little bit of a challenge. I've watched a few videos as to how other people have mounted theirs on TRX chassis, and the one consideration I've got is that I'm running slightly smaller tyres than standard. These are Proline Grunts. They are, I really should have written this down, but I can't remember. I think these are more around the sort of 108mm diameter, and they're quite skinny. As you can maybe see there, they're quite skinny tyres as well. So they look a bit forlorn on the back. They probably look a bit lost on the back where there's no the wheel arch. I haven't put the wheel arch on yet, so that obviously fills the gap a little bit. Most people are running the standard TRX tyres or standard sort of crawler sized, 115s, that kind of size tyres. So they fill out the arches quite a lot. And mounting this in the traditional way would have left the body, for me, a little bit too high. They don't kind of sit up on studs. So I wanted this to sit reasonably low, which I'm hoping I'm kind of getting there. I've got plenty of room for flex. Plenty of opportunity for it to do its thing, but it does sit pretty low down, I think. I hope you can see there. I'm looking at the screen, I haven't got my glasses on. It might as well be in the next room for all I'm getting from it. But I'm hoping it kind of sits nicely for you guys as well, under the wheel arches there. So what have I done? Let's get the camera in and I'll talk you through basically the front mount and the rear mount, and you can see where it all is. Right, so front first, it's magnets. So this is the standard, the stock bumper mount, which I've turned upside down, I believe, to get the magnets up on the top here. So they've just been screwed in. There's a couple of holes there, and I've drilled them through a little further, put some extra strong magnets in there. So no great surprises on that front. Under the cab, there is a large, thick piece of styrene. Now this is where I've differed from standard, because a lot of people from as standard put the magnets on the surface of this plate, which means the magnets are sitting closer to the chassis and thus pushing the shell up away from the chassis. So I wanted the chassis much further down. So I cut a hole out, cut a rectangular hole out, and I got some magnets. I should have brought one down on eBay, but you can buy these off Amazon, I should say. You can buy them with this handy bracket. So there's a metal bracket in here that I've screwed in. It's got holes either end, and the magnets screw onto this bracket and obviously slide along it if you wish. So that was really handy. So I found that, picked that up, like a £5 for 2 of them. So that's screwed in, and it is also screwed in with some spacers. So I can adjust, I can put more spacers in. Let me turn this around, maybe, so can you see there's a spacer of styrene between the black bracket and the white ledge. So I can put more spacers in there, and obviously longer bolts, of course, and push the magnets further away, which will bring the shell further down even more. So I have some adjustability there, and I can obviously bring the magnets nearer should I need to. So if I'm going to put bigger tyres on, for example, I might want I want to bring the magnets further towards the chassis, which will effectively push the shell higher up. So I have some adjustability there, which is quite a cool thing. Whether I ever need it or not, and whether I planned that, will remain a secret closely guarded. So that's the front, and these are quite strong magnets. Obviously it's a heavy shell, and I don't really want a situation to exist where the shell just pops straight off, and you know, the whole thing kind of grinds to a halt. Now, the back. So as you can see, in the back of the, let me just zoom this out a little bit for you. That's in. There you go. So you can see there's some big holes. There's the back of the cab, back of the box, and there's some big holes in there because that is where, of course, that's where the rear shock towers go. The rear shock towers, there they are. So I've had to drill all that out. I have put the battery tray on the chassis as well. This is the Traxxas battery tray, just to help stiffen up the chassis as much as I could. And that was important because part of this exercise, specifically for the back, was to remove, I wanted to get rid of the plastic cross members front and back that run between the shock towers. So I ordered some skinny metal Traxxas shock towers, which are really cool. From Noah's Ark RC, I believe they're called, on eBay, and they're a British bunch and they're quite cool. They're very good customer service and great delivery speed. Everything's in stock in England. It's not shipped from Asia to order. So I'll put a link to them as well. They're really cool. So yeah, so I've got skinny towers, so that meant less of a problem with holes and so on. So when I put this on, it now, and obviously cutting it is just a case of trial and error, right? No, you mark it off. You do it scientifically and you mark it off, of course it is. Now the real bonus to this that I discovered, let me get the camera down again because I can't show you this from the top. The real bonus to this is when I've put it on, it will actually just click on. So this sits under, can you see? And it's plenty strong, as long obviously within, you know, limits. So I might find that I might do a little bit more bracing, maybe try and get a magnet in somewhere just to give it a little bit of extra help. But you know, I'm not going to be picking it up by the shell, and it just bend it slightly and off it goes. Yeah. It literally like a click to fit. So I was dead chuffed with that. That seems to work a treat. Like I say, I might reinforce it slightly with something, but that's how the back's mounted. So you see the shock towers coming through. Well, that's okay, I'll do something about that. So what I also want to show you is where the battery's going to live. This is the box out of the Hummer. The battery goes in the Hummer. It's even got little battery ports on the bottom, screws ready to fix it in. And I'm going to just have that the other way around, mounted in there. Alright, so thanks for watching. Check out the playlist again, and don't forget to hit the bell, subscribe, all that good stuff, if you want to see how this bad boy turns out. Oh, thanks for watching, and oh, you can't see me, can you? I'm down here. Yeah, okay, bye.